Yes.
Yes.
I've thought about what you said, Anders. The comparison between my family and Major's, it's idiotic. I'm not about to transform into an abomination simply for being a How.
I didn't say it was a perfect analogy.
Being a How also does not allow me to control your mind.
Kinda missing my point, aren't you?
I am not a fan of oversimplifications.
Fine, fine. Your loss.
You're back. You need anything? Oh, of course.
Hey, what are you staring at? Looking to start something? Oh, here to investigate the chasm, are you? It's about time. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first. Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did. That buck was a sly one, he was. He had big feet and a... Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over our rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it. Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the darkspawn appeared. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble? A whole sovereign. If there's ever a reason to fall into a darkspawn pit, here it is. Maker bless you.
As you say, it is begun. It shall be done. Very well. More enemies ahead. I shall do it. It is begun. It shall be done. We're going down into that. Figures. Ooh, it's an unstable, crumbling chasm. Let's go and play in it.
Women are drawn to you when you play with that cat.
Like moths to a flame. Women like it when men show affection for small, fuzzy, defenseless beings. Like you.
Yeah, stupid mage. Every time I pull something out of my robes, the women just flee.
Darkspawn! Very well. I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say. Very well. We won!
Well, that was close. For a moment there, I thought I was really about to join the Legion of the Dead. I might have cracked a rib, but it's hard to be sure. Everything hurts. No, I'm fine. I just need to catch my breath. Anyway, I can't chat for long. I should probably go back, as foolish as that sounds, see if there's anything I can do. The old fortress of Calharol. There's something going on there. I think the Darkspawn are breeding an army. The Legion went to investigate, but Calharol proved too much for us. It was a massacre, and now I'm the only one left. That's what we thought. Oh, we'll just run in there, eradicate the Darkspawn, and be back in time for supper. Well, whoops. The Darkspawn have changed. They're smart now. They destroyed the Legion. I saw them taking some of the women, and I wasn't about to stick around for that. What? Really? Did I mention Kalharal was a death trap? Why do you want to do this? You know, someone once told me that evil always triumphs because good is stupid. This is a textbook case. Let's not waste time. Kalharal awaits, and Darkspawn, when left to their own devices, get up to all kinds of nonsense.
Andraste's blood.
Now what? I can't do that.
Perhaps we should take the time to review what we've learned.
So, you come here often?
No, I've never been this close to the surface.
Well, you're welcome to come with me anytime. Anytime.
I'm sorry, what?
The name's Ogren, by the way. But the ladies pronounce it Ogren.
It has begun.
Is there some great ceremony when someone joins the Legion of the Dead?
It's called a funeral.
Right, but is it boring and somber like a regular funeral? I mean, you're not burying anyone.
This is true. Dwarven funerals involve a great deal of ale and singing. Then there is an orgy.
What? You're kidding!
Of course I'm kidding. I don't know much about Kalharal, except what the others from the Legion told me. It used to be important. A center of learning for the Smithcast. When the fortress was lost, a lot of what the Smiths had learned was lost with it. They've never built anything quite like Kalharal since. It's Juka. He's hurt. Bad.
Sigrun?
Yes, it's me. Be still and try not to talk. Yes. I did not expect to find anyone this far in. Do you have healing herbs?
No. I feel my death upon me. And it is a sweet release.
No! I have bandages. I can help.
You must listen. The brood mothers. They're breeding. I saw an army. You must stop them. But beware the children. They are abominations, even among darkspawn.
What? What children? Whose children?
Forgive me.
Ancestors look kindly on you, brother. We have to finish what the Legion started. Those brood mothers need to be destroyed.
The dark very well. It's begun. Shall be done. I shall do it. It's begun. I shall be done. Let us end this. It's begun. As you say.
It's a fine thing we've done.
I shall do it. It shall be done. Very well. It shall be done. As you say. I shall do it. It is begun. I shall do it.
I'd run if I were you. Why, then,
Finished.
The Lamortas, if they know what's good.
It is begun. It shall be done. As you say. Shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun.
Rally intercepted. Put it off.
Shall be done.
I'm gonna destroy you.
Very well.
Stand back. I can handle this. I'm running.
It is begun. Very well. As you say. I shall do it.
The Legion got this far with no trouble. We got careless and complacent and stormed the main entrance up those stairs. It was a disaster. The Darkspawn were waiting. They turned the Tig's old defenses against us. And more. Ancient Dwarven ingenuity, used by the very monsters it was intended to kill. We need to learn from the Legion's mistake. Avoid the main door. Most of the old Dwarven fortresses had hidden side entrances. I bet this one does too. We just need to find it. I have never seen such darkspawn before.
Shall be done. It is begun. I shall do it. Very well. As you say. Very well. It's begun. Very well.
I once started a rumor about secret passages in the tower. Had the Templars pressing their noses to the walls for months. Hilarious.
We're surrounded.
As you say. It shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. It's begun. I shall do it. As you say. Very well. It shall be done. Very well. It's begun. As you say. Very well. I shall do it.
God, smell him a mile away.
It's a trap. It is begun. It shall be done. Look there, a cunning trap. It's a trap. Look there, a cunning trap. It's a trap. Look there, a cunning trap. It's a trap. Look there, a cunning trap.
This stuff looks like Felsey's first day festival stew. The girl has her strengths, but cooking is not one of them. You remind me of Bronca sometimes.
I remind you of your ex-wife who fed her entire house to Darkspawn in a search for a magical anvil?
Yeah. Well, no. Not when you put it that way.
Smooth, Ogren. Real smooth.
Get your weapons out.
As you say. It's begun. Very well. As you say. It has begun. I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say.
I've never seen anything like this before. They say the memories of the stone are forever. Is this what they mean?
They have told you you were nothing, swept you away like so much dust. Now you are the only thing standing between them and the Darkspawn that threaten our empire. Show them that you are not nothing. Show them that you can be warriors. Let the stone tremble with the thunder of your footsteps. Fight! For generations, they have told you you were nothing. You away like so much dust.
They're gone. Everyone's gone. They've abandoned the Tyke. We have to follow them. I'm not gonna sit here and get eaten by those monsters.
But this is our home. We can't survive out there.
We won't survive in here.
I am done.
Darkspawn!
Very well. As you say. It shall be done. It has begun.
Sheriff's grace over the years.
Mother.
Chin up, girl. Someone must fend off the Darkspawn. Ceylon says that if we do, the ancestors will look kindly upon us and forgive us.
These weapons were taken from the armories of Kal Harol. I ask only for volunteers who would rather die fighting than give in.
Sod off. You people left us for dead.
Yeah! We should just take your weapons and kill you instead!
Then you will go to your graves, knowing that you murdered the one person who thought you worthy to bear arms for Kal Harol! These weapons were taken from the armories of Kal Harol.
Those bastards left us behind, and he wants us to fight to defend their escape.
You're going to die anyway. Daylon is giving us a chance to prove we're not worthless.
You're full of sod, Duster. Some of us are going to try to make it to the surface. You in?
No. I'm going to do something right for once in my life.
It is over.
Those bastards left us behind.
Very well. I shall do it.
Darkspawn!
As you say. Very well. Begun. Shall be done. Very well. I shall do it. Shall be done. I shall do it. Very well.
Press the attack! Go! The loss is mine!
So you never told me what the ceremony was like.
It begins with chanting and toasts. Then we bid our families farewell. Then wailing and tears.
That does sound like a funeral. How depressing.
We're not the Legion of jaunty pub songs.
But think how much easier recruitment would be if you were.
There, more of the teams ahead. It is begun. Very well. As you say. Very well. It is begun. Don't be a fool! I shall do it. begun. Very well. It shall be done.
I knew we'd manage somehow.
As you say. Very well. It shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun. It shall be done. As you say. Very well. I shall do it. Which could kill an army.
Excuse me while I do my happy dance.
I cannot let them be forgotten. No!
May the stone remember the defenders of Kal Haral, who were born casteless and died warriors. Died warriors? He wanted them to be remembered as warriors. Warrior caste. And look, he carved their names in this tablet. All of them. We can't just leave this here. We have to find some way to honor the memory of those who died here.
What now? Begun. I shall do it. As you say. It is begun. I shall do it. It shall be done. I shall do it. As you say. It is begun.
It's a fine thing we've done. The Chantry has a monopoly on all lyrium the dwarves mine. They kill anyone who tries to get around it. The smugglers do, I'll bet. I used to be a good little Andrastian. I said my prayers, repented my sins, all of it. Life as a hedge mage, brewing love potions for villagers and hoping nobody notices. It could have been worse. I could have been made tranquil, haggling over the price of a wand. Or I could be with the Canary. I hear they leash their mages. Or I could be dead. Dead's bad. If I didn't have perspective, I'd still be sitting in a Templar dungeon drooling on my small clothes. A related question. What do Grey Wardens do when there aren't Darkspawn running amok? I mean, are there parties? Do we travel the world, take over small kingdoms? Ah, you are a scholar and a gentleman. Me, I intend to take up knitting. I'll send a scarf to the Templar commander every Saturnalia. Provided I don't end up in some ogre's belly, chewed up into tiny mage pieces. But I'm an optimist.
This anvil must be pretty old. They make them differently these days. Bronco once explained it to me, but I'll be a Nug's uncle if I remember what she said. Crazy harpy. Huh. Yeah, the thing just reminded me of Bronca, that's all. Look, Warden, I know she's gone. I know it. But sometimes I sod it. Look at me, whimpering like a wet box of kittens. Let's go make paste out of some Darkspawn.
Over here!
Thank the Maker. It's a relief to see someone who isn't one of those monsters. Please, for the love of all that's good, let me out. I couldn't stand another minute with these creatures. Yes, I haven't been injured or infected with the Darkspawn corruption. I swear.
Huh. Why haven't they killed you then? And what are you doing here in the first place?
Oh, I overheard Colbert talking about the chasm, and I thought I'd sneak in past the Darkspawn to see if there was any treasure. Well, I found something in this place before the Darkspawn caught me.
You thief! What you have belongs to the Dwarven people.
Well, they weren't here to defend it. It's not stealing if they've abandoned it. You can have it if you let me out. I don't want it anymore. It's caused nothing but trouble. I'm not sure, but it looks valuable. I've got a nose for these things, trust me. Come on, all I want is to get out of here. Thank you. My life is worth more than this. Take the blasted thing. Thank you! Thank you a million times over!
More of the fiends ahead. Very well. Ahead. It is begun. Very well. Darkspawn. Smell him a mile away. Very well. I shall do it, as you say. It is begun. I shall do it, as you say. Shall be done.
Watch out!
I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. sensed us. Very well. Begun. Shall be done. As you say. Best be wary.
Back in Calharal's time, long corridors were probably a status symbol. The longer the better.
The architect sends many, but does not come himself. He is a coward. I will kill you, and he will know that he has failed to destroy the Lost. He will know that the Mother will tear him apart. Who comes now? I can feel you, but you are no Darkspawn. What trickery is he planning? You will die, as all who serve the Architect will die. The Mother demands it.
Shall be done. Begun. As you say. Very well. Begun. For the full day. Shall be done. As you say. It is begun. Very well. Shall be done.
He must have been protecting the broodmothers. Now we just have to put an end to them, and whatever these darkspawn were planning. Yes.
begun. It shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. It shall be done. Very well.
Yes.
People have
described brood mothers to me, but words don't.
I shall do it. Dogs.
We did it. If the rest of the Legion were alive, I know they would honor you in some way. I used to wish I could get away from the others. Now I'm all alone and I just want them back. Silly, isn't it? What's curious is that we seem to be caught between two factions of Darkspawn. I've never heard of such a thing. The Darkspawn are by nature vicious, and they have always fought amongst each other. But for there to be two organized factions, this is something else. Good. It's not just me, then. Something has changed in the Darkspawn, and I don't think I like it. Well, it's something to ponder. Especially when you need to be reminded that impending doom is always right around the corner. Oh, I'll probably disappear into the bowels of the deep roads, never to be seen again. One good thing about the deep roads is that you never run out of Darkspawn to fight. Go? With you? But that would go against my vow, and my plan to disappear into the deep, unmourned, and forgotten. Be a Grey Warden? Is that allowed? Can you be both part of the Legion and a Grey Warden? And I'd be more effective at killing the Darkspawn, won't I? Ha! How does one say no to this? I will follow you. You seem an all-right sort, and I'll be better off with you at my back than alone. Let's go, then. The Darkspawn await.
Herald, lost! The lost is lost! Lost!
Mother, be calm.
Calm, yes. Once I was calm. Once Mother listened to the beautiful call felt it wash over her and inside her, and she was calm. But now there is no calm. The Father took that away, and now he takes away Calhirol. My poor pets in Calhirol. The Father knew I would send them against him. The Father feared. Calhirol is gone, but the Mother still has her tricks. Many, many tricks.
But what will the mother do?
Do? I will laugh. And then I will wait.
You should let Sir Pounce-a-Lot out more. Must be stuffy in that robe.
Out? You mean out to play with the Darkspawn? Such a great idea.
All right, I see your point.
Seneschal Verrill has been looking for you. Please go to the throne room.
Just give me a moment.